Hello guys, and welcome to a new crypto video of the most beautiful music instrument there is, the crypto violin. Guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Today I have some news and I want to share some articles with you, and of course the talk of the town, the SEC that officially filed a lawsuit against Ripple. Guys, I want to talk about this. Before we dive into this crazy content, I want to kindly remind you to subscribe to my beautiful channel. Also like if you like the content providing. And also like if you like the content providing. If you have questions, comment in the comment section below. We will help you out. We are one big XRP family. And let's read this article from the Daily Hodl. SEC officially files suit against Ripple. Alleges XRP is a security to this day. Wow guys, that's some news, okay? So Brett Garlinghouse tweeted yesterday that there was a potential lawsuit that the SEC could file against Ripple, but now today, the SEC officially filed the lawsuit against Ripple about selling XRP as a security. Okay, read further. The SEC has officially filed its lawsuit against the San Francisco-based payments company Ripple. The suit alleged that XRP was an unregistered security upon its launch and remains a security to this day. It also names Ripple's Chief Executive Officer Brett Garlinghouse and co-founder Chris Larsen in their individual capacity. From at least 2013 through the present, defendants sold over 14.6 billion units of a digital asset security called XRP in return for cash or other considerations worth over 1.38 billion US dollars to fund Ripple's operation and enrich Larsen and Garlinghouse. Defendants undertook this distribution without registering their offers and sales of XRP with the SEC as required by the federal securities law, and no exemption from this requirement applied. Because Ripple never filed a registration statement, it never provided investors with the material information that every year hundreds of other issuers include in such statements when soliciting public investments. Instead, Ripple created an information vacuum such that Ripple and the two insiders with the most control over it, Larsen and Garlinghouse, could sell XRP into a market that possessed only the information defendants choose to share about Ripple and XRP. Ripple engaged in its illegal securities offering from 2013 to this present, even though Ripple received legal advice as early as 2012 that under certain circumstances XRP could be considered an investment contract and therefore a security under the federal securities law. Ripple and Larsen ignored this advice and instead elected to assume the risk of initiating a large-scale distribution of XRP without registration. The SEC says Ripple used the money it raised through a years-long offering of unregistered securities to fund the company without disclosing how it was doing so. Meanwhile, Larsen, Ripple's initial Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and current Chairman of the Board, and Garlinghouse, Ripple's current CEO, orchestrated these unlawful sales and personally profited by approximately $600 million from their unregistered sales of XRP. Garlinghouse did so while repeatedly touting that he was very long XRP, meaning he held significant positions he expected to rise in value, without disclosing his sales of XRP. Defendants continue to hold substantial amount of XRP and with no registration statement in effect can continue to monetize their XRP while using the information asymmetry they created in the market for their own gains, creating substantial risk to investors. Ripple has responded to a Wells notice from the SEC, which is a letter sent by the Commission notifying companies and individuals of the substance of the charges. The SEC's theory that XRP is an investment contract ignores the economic reality that XRP is and has long been a digital asset with a fully functional ecosystem and a real use case as a bridge currency that does not rely on Ripple's efforts for its functionality or price. By alleging that Ripple's distribution of XRP are investment contracts while maintaining that Bitcoin and Ether are not securities, the Commission is picking virtual currency winners and losers, destroying US-based consumer-friendly innovation in the process. You can read the SEC's complaint against Ripple, Garlinghouse and Larsen here. Guys, let's go to this page because this is a 71-page long document filed on the 22nd of December 2020 by the SEC, and here we read all the information, guys, and I will put this in the description because this is very valuable information. It also gives us a clear insight over what is happening and how Ripple the company started and what was going on there. So that's very interesting to read and to gain information regarding the outcome of this case and what will happen, guys, because in the end of the video I will cover my price predictions and what will happen to the XRP price, because of course you came for the information but also to know where the XRP price is heading. Okay guys, let's read this. Those are facts, okay? So this is not speculation or me saying no, here the price will go, or this could have happened, or speculate on something. No, those are the facts. 1. The creation of XRP. So this is like a crazy bedtime story on steroids. So let's read this because this is the insight they're giving us, and this is very valuable information for XRP investors, guys. Okay, so we read further. A. Larsen and co-founder established Ripple. In approximate late 2011 or early 2012, co-founder began working on the idea and code for what would become the XRP ledger. Around that time, he recruited Cryptographer 1 and Ripple Agent 1 to assist him. Wow, this sounds like the start of a great movie, guys. But Cryptographer 1 and Ripple Agent 1, that's for sure David Schwartz and Jet McCaleb, I think. Okay, I'm not working for the SEC, so I don't know all the details, but let's read further. Around that time, he recruited Cryptographer 1 and Ripple Agent 1 to assist him in the programming of the XRP ledger. The XRP ledger software code operates on a peer-to-peer database spread across the network of computers that records data respecting transactions, among other things. During this process, to achieve consensus with respect to a new proposed state of the XRP ledger, each server of the network evaluates proposed transactions from a subset of servers it trusts not to default it, also known as the server's UNL or unique node list. While each server defines its own trusted servers, the XRP ledger requires a high degree of overlap between the trusted nodes chosen by each server. Ripple thus publishes its own proposed UNLs. Approximately 40% of the nodes validating transactions on the XRP ledger are operated by organizations or entities based in the United States, including Ripple itself. In 2012, co-founder hired Larsen to be CEO of a newly formed company that would continue the XRP ledger and XRP projects. As CEO, Larsen ran Ripple's day-to-day operations and was responsible for all aspects of the company's products and strategy for the growth of an investment in the company. Larsen consolidated and participated in meetings with current and prospective Ripple equity and XRP investors and regularly updated Ripple's board of directors and shareholders. In September 2012, co-founder Larsen and Ripple Agent 1 founded Ripple. Upon the completion of the XRP ledger in December 2012, and as its code was being deployed by the servers that would run it, co-founder Ripple Agent 1 and Cryptographer 1 created, at little cost, the final version of what today is a fixed supply of 100 billion XRP. Co-founder Larsen and Ripple Agent 1 then transferred 80 billion XRP to Ripple and the remaining 20 billion XRP to themselves. 9 billion XRP each to co-founder and Larsen, and 2 billion XRP to Ripple Agent 1 as compensation for Ripple's founders. After this transfer, Ripple and its founders controlled 100% of XRP. As Cryptographer 1, a well-respected and known Ripple spokesperson, stated in a recent tweet on Twitter, the people who created XRP are pretty much the same as the people who created Ripple, and they created Ripple originally to, among other things, distribute XRP. XRP, also software code, is a digital asset and the native token on the XRP ledger. Ripple and Larsen originally called XRP Ripple Credits, and for several years thereafter, participants in the digital asset space simply referred to the digital asset as Ripples. Ripple could do little with its billions of XRP at the time, however, and Ripple had limited funds to pursue any operations it may have sought to undertake. Ripple determined to create a market for and sell XRP to the public to monetize its holding and finance its operations. Ripple's lawyers warned Ripple and Larsen that XRP could be a security. Ripple sought the advice of an international law firm regarding certain state and federal legal risks associated with the distribution and monetization of XRP. The law firm provided two memos, one on February 8, 2012 and another on October 19, 2012, the legal memos that analyzed these risks. The first memo was addressed to the co-founder and another individual, and the second to Larsen, the co-founder and Ripple. The legal memos warned that there were some risk that XRP would be considered an investment contract and thus a security. Under the federal security law, depending on various factors, these included, among other things, how Ripple promoted and marketed XRP to potential purchasers, the motivation of such purchases, and Ripple's other activities with respect to XRP. If individuals purchased XRP to engage in speculative investments trading, or if Ripple employees promoted XRP as potentially increasing in price, the legal memos warned that Ripple would face an increased risk that XRP units would be considered investment contracts and thus securities. Both memos warned that XRP was unlikely to be considered currency under the Exchange Act because, unlike traditional currencies, XRP was not backed by a central government and was not legal tender. The October 2012 legal memo also advised Ripple and Larsen to contact the SEC to obtain clarity as to whether XRP was a security under the federal security law. By at least 2013, Larsen was aware of the content of the legal memos. On May 26, 2014, Larsen explained in an email to an individual formerly associated with Ripple that the international law firm that wrote the legal memos advised that investors and employees could not receive XRP because that could risk SEC designation as a security. Larsen also explained that the XRP he received upon Ripple's foundation was compensation for ... personal assuming the risk of being deemed the issuer of securities, namely XRP. In other words, as Larsen himself explained, he was paid at the outset in an asset potentially worth hundreds of millions of dollars to assume a risk he knew existed, that the sale of the asset could constitute an offering of securities for which he could be held responsible. We will read some more, bear with me, and then we talk about what we read. Despite his knowledge and Larsen's familiarity with Section 5 from the SEC enforcement action that his previous company has settled in 2008, while Larsen was its CEO, Ripple and Larsen failed to heed some of the legal advice and warnings in the legal memos. Neither contacted the SEC to obtain clarity about the legal status of XRP before engaging in a large-scale distribution. Moreover, as described in more detail below, Ripple and Larsen, and later Garlinghouse, offered, sold and promoted XRP as an investment, precisely the type of conduct the legal memos has warned could lead to a determination that XRP was a security. In addition, Ripple and Larsen, and later Garlinghouse, never filed a registration statement with the SEC prior to offering or selling XRP. Nor did they limit their skill of XRP to transactions that fit within legal exemptions to the registration requirements of the Securities Act. In other words, Ripple and Larsen embarked on a large-scale, unregistered public distribution of XRP and, with the goal of immense profit, simply assumed the risk that they were violating the federal security law. Now, Part C. Ripple began to distribute XRP. From 2013 through 2014, Ripple and Larsen made efforts to create a market for XRP by having Ripple distribute approximately 12.5 billion XRP through bounty programs that paid programmers compensation for reporting problems in the XRP ledger code. As part of these calculated steps, Ripple distributed small amounts of XRP, typically between 100 and 1000 XRP per transaction, to anonymous developers and others to establish a trading market for XRP. At the same time, Ripple began to make public statements with respect to XRP, then Ripple credits, that began to create in investors an expectation of profit based on Ripple's efforts. For example, in a promotional document Ripple circulated to potential investors around May 2013, Ripple explained that its business model is based on the success of its native currency, that it would keep between 25 and 30% of its XRP, and noted the record highs of prices of other digital assets had achieved as something Ripple hoped to emulate for XRP. On May 12, 2013, Cryptographer1 posted on Bitcoin Forum, a popular digital asset forum, "As a corporation, we are legally obtained to maximize shareholders' value. With our current business model, that means acting to increase the value and liquidity of XRP. We believe this will happen if the Ripple network is widely adopted as a payment system. One would expect increased demand to increase prices." Ripple made unregistered offers and sales in connection with XRP distribution. Ripple's plan to distribute XRP. By at least late 2013, Ripple and Larsen viewed the goal of distribution for XRP as achieving network growth and raising funds for Ripple Labs' operation, as reflected in at least one internal Ripple document entitled the XRP Distribution Framework. Ripple began its efforts by attempting to increase speculative demand and trading volume for XRP, though at first it did not articulate a single specific strategy about which type of entities or person it would target to encourage adoption of XRP for any particular non-investment use. As Cryptographer1 put in 2013, Ripple was working on multiple avenues at that time. Starting in at least 2015, however, Ripple decided that it would seek to make XRP a universal digital asset for banks and other financial institutions to effect money transfers. According to Ripple's plans to create acceptance for the universal digital asset, Ripple first had to create an active, liquid XRP secondary trading market. It therefore continued its efforts to develop a use for XRP while increasing sales of XRP into the market. Under the plan, a further use of XRP as a universal asset would use the speculative trading market to effect money transfers. In other words, Ripple's stated business plan made Ripple's conduct allege here a foregone conclusion. Ripple made it part of its strategy to sell XRP to as many speculative investors as possible. While Ripple touted the potential future use of XRP by certain specialized institutions, a potential use it would deploy investors' funds to try to create, Ripple sold XRP wildly into the market, specifically to individuals who had no use for XRP, as Ripple has described such potential uses, and for the most part when no such uses even existed. Ripple also lacked the funds to pay for these endeavors and for its general corporate business expenses, which for 2013 and 2014 already exceeded $25 million without selling XRP. Ripple's objectives and its own financial reality thus compelled it to actively seek to offer and sell XRP as widely as possible, while controlling supply and demand in the resale market to manage and control liquidity for an imagined future use case. Guys, you should really read this. It's very interesting to see all those facts and the point of view of the SEC. Okay, it's here in the description. Please read it all. Guys, let's go to the charts and I want to show you something very important. Okay, first of all, as you all know, as basic trading strategy, we have support lines and resistance lines. And as you can see, I drew here the support lines and resistance lines. And the resistance line is at 79, approximately 80 cents. And the support is at 43, 44 cents approximately, okay? At 43.5 cents, we have the support line. Okay, so what we see here, that we usually get a breakout, and we got a breakout after 3 years of a bear market. We got a breakout and we always have a retest. This is a huge possibility to have a retest before we go up very high. And in this dip we have FUD, fear, uncertainty and doubt. And what we see here, we have a clear breakout and then we have a retest, guys. If we look on the weekly, we see it better here. We have a clear retest of this support. So we broke out of the downtrend. We tested the resistance and we are back testing support. So this is the first important thing, okay? It looks very healthy here. So the price of XRP looks very healthy still. There's nothing going on. And if we look at this, you have to buy the dip, buy support and sell resistance. That's what's happening. So buy here, not sell at support and buy at resistance. Okay, that's something I want to make very clear. So if we look at the charts, we see that XRP is holding 43 cents very good. It's a healthy support line, so nothing to worry about. And actually, do you guys realize that without all those scary articles that we had before we were bullish, before we went to a major bull run, and before we broke this multi-year downtrend, we were actually trading at 20 cents and even at 90 cents, even at 9 cents, guys, 9 cents. Why would you be scared by this shakeout while we are so bullish? We broke a multi-year downtrend and we started an uptrend and we retested the previous resistance and made it our support. Those are bullish signals, guys. Those are bullish signals. So don't be shaken out here, because this is the last time we will see prices under $1, guys. In the history of Bitcoin, it never happened that Bitcoin made new all-time highs and the altcoins didn't move. XRP will move also. Don't be the person who gets shaken out or gets spooked out by those price fluctuations, guys. Keep it cool, keep it calm. Please, I want to emphasize, don't trade with emotion. Don't trade based on emotion. And guys, here in the community tab, please listen to my bullish and juicy violin to calm you down, because we are still very bullish, guys. Okay? Just realize this. And if you like the content providing, please subscribe to my beautiful crypto violin channel and like this video if you like the content providing. Comment in the comment section and please share your opinion on what you think, what is happening right here. We are one big XRP family. I am proud of every single one of you guys, and we will hold for dear life. See you in the next bullish and juicy video. Have a great day. Bye.